everybody. Welcome to Seattle Refined in our TGIF edition. I'm Garth Swanson. Coming up on the show, it is the most glamorous night of the year, and Oscar Sunday always promises a few surprises, but who will take home gold? We break down the biggest races ahead of the 90th Academy Awards. Plus, let your inner geek loose. Emerald City Comic-Con is back and better than ever. We get the inside scoop on what to expect at this year's event. And NHL fever is sweeping Seattle. It is red hot. Hockey fans send a message. This city is ready for an expansion franchise. Again, hi, everybody. It's Friday, and that means, guess what? We are starting with Hot Topics, and our panel has Oscars on the brain. Joining us, of course, our favorites, Theron Zahn and Tammy Mutasa from KOMO News. You guys are back again on the show. Here we go.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks.
Now, you guys ready for the Oscars? I mean, everybody's talking. It's the big buzz. What are we doing?
You know, I almost wore my ball gown today. That's how obsessed I am with
That's not your ball gown? That's your KOMO Blue.
No. But my friend was like, that may be a little too much. So I was like, all right, I'll just wear a regular dress. But that's how much I love the Oscars.
And Theron has his Oscar sweatshirt on.
Yeah, I do. You can tell I really dressed up for the Oscars. It's like, you know, what are you wearing? I'm wearing Kirkland brand. I stole that joke.
So do you guys get into the Oscars? I mean, do you sit back and watch them?
Yeah, seriously, years.
Yeah.
As Kelly Koopmans, my best friend, I've been having these Oscar parties, and I make everyone dress up, and we walk on a red carpet that's made out of a scarf, like a red scarf.
Yeah.
So you walk into the living room?
Yes, you walk in the living room, you get a prize.
Do people take your picture?
Oh, yeah.
Really? So you have paparazzi in your house?
I know. It's been a thing for years.
Yeah, and you know, it's a really unique time for the Oscars. Are we expecting, do you think, any surprises? I mean, we had that big snafu last year that you all remember that, but man, this is kind of a weird year.
It is an awkward year, especially for Hollywood, dealing with a lot of the controversies over the last year, some of the scandals and things like that. I think obviously we're going to probably see some moments where people address that and say that there's been a change in Hollywood and maybe they're going to move forward in a different direction. But again, it's a live broadcast. It's a live, very long broadcast, and you never know what can happen.
Yeah, anything can happen.
All right, let's start with the Best Picture. This is right out of the gate. We're going with a big hot topic of Best Picture. 3 Billboards and The Shape of Water look like the favorite, but there are a bunch of other contenders. Which movies do you guys like? And I know, Tammy, you're all over this because you love the movies.
I do. I mean, I think this year is a very unique year. And those 3 Billboards and The Shape of Water are my 2 absolute favorite movies in this category. So I'm torn because I think The Shape of Water will take it because, I mean, it's just phenomenal, beautiful story, not as creepy as people thought it would be, like very heartwarming.
Unless you ask some people in the newsroom.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it divides people. You talk about it, they'll tell you
Totally
either that movie is bizarre and they couldn't get it, or it's amazing.
But that's the thing, you either loved it or you hated it, right?
Yeah.
But it was very, for me, like, it was very heartwarming and had very, like, teachable moments. And the ending was my favorite.
And 13 nominations for Shape of Water,
yeah,
right?
Like one of the most in the history of the Oscars.
Yeah.
But 3 Billboards, I'm telling you, like, I've never cried in a
I've
movie
heard mixed
as much
reviews on that one, too.
Yeah,
It
but...
either lands with people or it doesn't. Like, you get a message or it just goes like this.
3 Billboards. Did you like it there?
I haven't seen a single Oscar-nominated film in probably a decade. Every year, I'm continuously disappointed that Smokey and the Bandit receives no nomination.
Hey, bring me Burt Reynolds anytime.
Yes.
All right, our next hot topic, Best Actress. Frances McDormand is a heavy favorite for her work in 3 Billboards. Will she take home the big trophy, or could someone else kind of sneak in there? Maybe like a Meryl Streep, who's been nominated 21 times.
No, Meryl needs to go home. I love her.
Oh, come on.
I think she's going to show up.
She gets nominated for Walking Across the Street.
I know. I mean, she is that big powerhouse, but come on, 21 times, like, give it to someone else. And I'm a huge Meryl fan.
Yeah.
But I think Frances McDormand's going to get it. She was just dynamite, like a raging, crazy, angry mom in this movie. So.
How about you, Theron? Who are you pulling for?
I would love to, you know, of course, I'm always rooting for the old favorites. I would like to see Meryl Streep win, but again, I haven't seen any of these films, so I don't know which is sort of the better one.
She has like 20.
I know, but Meryl Streep in the post, she's so good.
Imagine what
She's
Meryl
so
Streep's
good.
estate sale is going to be like.
Oh my God.
When eventually, years and years from now, they say, come over to Meryl Streep's house. You won't believe what we have for sale.
All right, our next hot topic, Best Actor, and this one appears to be a 2-horse race. Daniel Day-Lewis from The Phantom Thread and Gary Oldman as Winston Churchill in The Darkest Hour. I read a little bit about this. That face you see right there is a plastic face, and he wears a fat suit, a 14-pound fat suit, every single day while they were shooting that.
I know, and that's the thing. I mean, the transformation, it just takes hours. Because, like, have you seen Gary Oldman? Have you seen Winston Churchill? They look nothing alike, but they're the same person in this movie. And I think because of that, he could take the trophy. But I also love Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah.
He's like the best that.
Which
And
could
it-
be his final film, right?
That's
is
what they
his
say.
final
Maybe
film,
maybe the Academy is thinking we need to because he's
You
had
mean-
done something
like a
amazing.
sentimental?
Yeah, because
Right,
he's going to be
hate
good.
that.
But he's
Yeah,
also, but I also think he is the best actor. Like he is so phenomenal. Like all his movies, he immerses
Well, he
himself
Elton
in the
was pretty
character.
good, though.
He was incredible, but people say, that it's got to go to somebody who's maybe leaving the business.
Yeah.
And maybe this
Yeah.
is their
It could
final
be
performance.
sentimental.
I wouldn't be disappointed either way.
All right.
They're both good
It's going to be good. It's coming on
Yeah.
Sunday. All right, our next hot topic, Best Director. The experts like Guillermo del Toro for The Shape of Water, but there are so many heavy hitters in this category. Del Toro, is it going to be this man's night?
For sure. For sure.
Done?
Done. He's got my vote.
Our next hot topic, the Unreal Oscar swag bag. It's given to the 25 top nominees and the host. Gifts include a 12-night luxury trip to Tanzania, a trip to Hawaii, spa packages, jewelry. It's worth like $100,000. Like these rich people actually need that.
I'm
What's
so
the
glad
deal?
they're receiving these bags because they're having a hard time getting by in LA.
Oh.
They need a little extra.
You know, a couple years ago, I did a story on the swag bag, and because a lot of products from Washington State, where we live, go. Like
Yeah.
there was some perfume, the apples. They gave them a whole bunch of Washington-grown apples.
I'd be curious what actually happens though with the swag bag. I mean, is it actually a bag?
Yeah,
is
it's
it
a
really
bag.
a
It's a
physical
swag
bag that you
bag.
carry?
Yeah.
And
With
then,
all
but
the
like when you
stuff.
get home, I mean, do you ever leave it in the cab? I mean, what happens?
No, I think a lot of the stuff gets donated too. If
It
you're a
does.
cool actor,
I
you're
would
giving
hope
that
so.
away.
You're like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's $100,000. That's a down
Auction
payment
it
on
off
a home and
to a
it's
Like
fine.
one
charity or
scene
something.
for them, right?
I mean,
crazy.
it's
All right,
absurd.
our next hot topic, Seattle is fired up about hockey, and an ownership group hoping to land an NHL franchise here was hoping to get 10,000 season ticket deposits, and they did get that. They got it in 12 minutes. I didn't realize this was an NHL town. I mean, there are a lot of, I think they got 25,000 people early to get their season tickets. Wow. In the
People are
first
still-
hour.
People are still, if you're a pro sports fan, still smarting about the Sonics. It's
Yeah.
all these
Absolutely.
years, and you still want to feel like you're being represented. And if an idea to have an NHL team
Yep.
would be awesome.
And I think with the NHL coming, I think the NBA hopefully will follow suit in the next few years. That would be
That is the
awesome.
hope. But just in the
Fingers,
newsroom alone,
yeah.
when those tickets or the possibility of getting in line went online, it was mad.
Everybody
on
was
the
trying to
phone,
get him. I
and
know.
it was going
It's a
on all
big
over town
deal.
too.
It's a
Yeah,
big
and watching hockey, since I'm an old sports guy, on television, it's okay. Being at the arena watching it, phenomenal.
What? Speaking of hockey,
Yeah.
whatever happened to that follow the puck light?
Oh, they got rid of it.
That went-
That's old technology.
I know, but I was like, what happened to that? I
What
remember
is
that from when
that?
I was a kid.
All right, we're going to talk a little bit of food on our next hot topic. It's not all gravy for KFC fans in UK. The fast food giant is dealing with a gravy shortage. What's up with this?
Oh my God.
Oh no!
Yes,
This
and they had
story.
to temporarily close their doors because they ran out of gravy. And then they had a chicken shortage because of some distribution problem all over in the UK. What is the deal here? Don't you think you'd figure that out?
How did they run out of gravy if they didn't have any chicken to put it on?
Exactly.
I don't
That's what
know.
I thought too.
How did that happen?
It's like going to McDonald's. No, we don't have burgers today, but we have everything else.
Yeah, we have the buns or whatever.
You'd think that would be the one thing they could nail is make sure they have some chicken.
Yeah.
I'm
Why the
saying, why
chicken
are
across the
people eating
road?
this food though? My gosh,
Yeah.
it's like of all the things that could have a shortage, it's the
I do-
gravy at KFC. Oh God.
I do love a bucket of chicken.
Yeah, so do I. All right, our next hot topic, Girl Scout cookies officially
man.
go on sale today. If you
Yes.
pre-ordered, you probably already got your cookies. And oh man, they're my favorite right there, the Samoas. Love them. What's your favorite cookie? And do you guys buy these things? Because it is a great cause, the Girl Scout deal.
Absolutely. Samoas all the way.
Yeah.
Chocolate
I
and
think those are
coconut.
fair. But guy, I always think of Girl Scout cookies as the official end of New Year's resolutions. the Girl Scouts come along and boom, your New Year's resolution is over.
Yep, out the door.
Yeah,
Let me
it's go- they're outside the QFC. Can I go out the back way?
Yeah, the
You're
Girl
like, New
Scout.
Year's resolutions, Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah,
Did you
well,
guys buy any? Because I bought some. I bought 20 boxes. I bought $100 worth.
I
My neighbor-
usually buy so many,
Wow.
I end up giving some away because I feel so guilty.
I
eat them all.
don't. I try not to buy any, but then I eat everyone else's.
Oh, I know. And the
Very
Thin Mints, if you
good.
freeze them up. Oh,
But if you
some
notice, like
ice
every year, it
cream.
seems like there's a few fewer cookies in the box.
Really?
I
It
haven't
seems like
noticed that.
the
I
box,
wouldn't
like you
notice
open it up, it's like there's not as many cookies in there. I think eventually you're gonna open up the box, there'll be 2 cookies in there. That's what's gonna
That's a
happen.
good
Because you eat
observation.
them.
You like your cookies,
I like
though.
my
All right.
cookies.
All right, guys. Thank you again for being here. We're going to call your names again probably in a couple of
Okay.
weeks.
We'll be here.
We'll
All
be
right,
here
Tammy and
anytime.
Theron, Como News. Thank you, guys. All right, Seattle Refined is just getting started. Coming up, everything you need to know about Emerald City Comic Con. We sit down with one of the guys who helped plan the entire event and party like a movie star. We're going to tell you the best spots to eat and drink on Oscar Sunday. Welcome back to the show. Well, if you're like me, you know everyone has a little bit of geek in them, and there's no better place to celebrate that than Emerald City Comic-Con. The 4-day show is already underway at the Washington State Convention Center. There is a ton going on, so we brought in an expert to give us the inside scoop. This is Mike Armstrong, the event director for ReedPop. And are you a nerd? I got to get that out of the way. Are you considered a nerd?
I don't think you can do this without being a nerd, so yeah.
So what is the fascination? Every time Comic-Con comes up here in Seattle, people go absolutely crazy.
Yeah. Well, the thing I love about Comic-Con and the Comic-Cons that we do around the country is that it's an opportunity for people to kind of showcase who they really are. You know, when you're at your office or if you're at school, you might want to keep the fact that you're a big anime fan hidden or that you're a big Doctor Who fan hidden. But coming to these shows and being able to dress up, interact with your favorite celebrities, and then meet people who like the same stuff that you do, that's what people come to these shows for. They love that connection. We do, Saturday night, we have our big cosplay competition, and that's bringing contestants from all over the Pacific Northwest to compete, and the winners will then go on to our Crown Championships of Cosplay in Chicago next month. So it's a great opportunity to see people's creativity.
And this is the first Comic-Con with your company pretty much around the world, but this kind of launches the season, right?
Yeah, this is the first big show of the year, and we're going to crack 95,000 people this year.
Wow.
It's the 16th year of Emerald City Comic-Con, which is crazy.
And then you guys do a great job at just keeping everything local, too. I mean, you got breweries there, wineries, a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, I mean, as the show gets bigger, we want to make sure that it still has that local flavor. So we introduced something this year called Homegrown, which is an area on the show floor where local artisans, crafters, creators can come and showcase their wares. And then we launched with Fremont Brewing, the League of Libations, which is an opportunity for some cideries and breweries to get together and create exclusive beers for the show.
And why is that good to keep that local? When people come in, they're going to see all the fun stuff, but you're really keeping it to the earth here.
Yeah, I mean, since it's the 16th year, people have been coming to the show for 16 years, and they very much love the local feeling and the connection that they've had at the show for so many years. So we don't want to take that away. The show's going to get bigger, and there's going to be new content and new fans coming in, but we want to make sure that the people who've been supporting the show for so many years feel like it's still their local show.
And then you have some big names coming here to Seattle this week.
Yeah, David Tennant, Billy Piper from Doctor Who. Christopher Lloyd is taking pictures with the DeLorean.
Oh, nice.
The cast of Voltron was there last night. So there's just so much cool stuff going on, and there's really something for everybody.
You're really excited about it. I
I
can tell in your voice you are.
Yeah.
And then tell me real quick about your t-shirt here. This is one of that you can get at the event, right?
Yeah, we've got a dozen Emerald City Comic-Con t-shirt designs, licensed products from Game of Thrones, Marvel, Lucasfilm. There's all sorts of great stuff there.
And what's the future look like for you guys right now? I mean, can you get bigger? Or, I mean, you're pretty big right now here in Seattle.
We can. I mean, the city's certainly helping us. So there's a new hotel going on across the street, a new Hyatt, and then we should be seeing a new convention center in 3 or 4 years. And once that happens, this show can continue to expand, which is really exciting.
You guys are doing a great job.
Thanks.
All right. Well, I hope you got some sleep because you're going into 4 days of sure fun.
No rest for what's the saying?
No rest for the weary?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that one.
There's no rest.
No.
You're just going to go have fun, have a couple brews, and go some people watching. It's going to be a fun event.
For sure.
All right, Mike, have a good time. Thanks. All right, coming up, a classic puzzle gets a fresh update for a fantastic reason, and we showcase some of the best costumes from day one of Comic-Con. Stay with us. Seattle Refined will be right back after this. Welcome back to the show. I'm Gard Swanson. You know what? Nobody knows Seattle better than our Refined.com managing editor, Britt Thorson. She joins us now. And Britt, I know you have a busy weekend. We just talked to the expert from Comic-Con, and here we go, another year.
I was going to say, Comic-Con each year is by far one of our busiest times of year, both on the site and on the show. And I have to tell you, Cy Bean, our photographer, was there all day yesterday.
Yeah.
And we already have a gallery from day one up on the site right now. Take a look at some of these photos. The effort these folks put into their costumes and sometimes even their makeup, it's been like days, months. I mean, it's incredible. And Cy is down there all weekend, all day, every day. Gosh bless him, taking these photos for you guys to see. And it's already skyrocketing to the top of our analytics. And you can see why. I mean, this doesn't
look at the detail on this.
Doesn't it look like we're kind of looking at stills from like a movie?
Yes.
But really, this is like happening at the convention center right now. Like that gal is down at the convention center. So's that gal. Like, and they're just there all weekend long.
Oh,
and
man,
it's gonna be fantastic. And we
gonna be
already
awesome.
have a busy enough weekend
Right.
with the Oscars, right?
I know. How about the Oscars? I mean, so many people party, they watch it. Where do you eat? What do you do?
So there are 3 top places in Seattle right now that are having Oscar parties. One of them is Outlier, which is in downtown Seattle. They're going to have the red carpet, screenings, special cocktails. Another is Rhine House, which is in Capitol
yeah.
Hill. They're
Been
going to
up
have an
there.
ice sculpture there. And the third and probably most popular place people are watching the Oscars is their couch.
I was just going to say, I'm going to be
Their
at
couch,
home.
which is totally fine. We're big fans of that too. No problem. Just grab a glass of wine or a beer and watch it from your couch. Either way, I watch it mainly for the fashion. I know I'm the typical girl, but
Yeah.
I can't wait to see who wears what.
Yeah, and Kelly Koopmans
Koopmans is
from
down
Como
there.
News, she's going to be down there. She's already there. And,
She is. I'm
was-
jealous. What a great assignment.
She always looks glamorous
She does.
too. She fits-
Even here in the newsroom, so glamorous.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine what she'll look like in LA.
All right. Well, you know, if you guys watch our show, you know we do a segment called Refined, and
Yeah.
we bring in a pet or a dog or a cute cat or something. What's on store for us today?
So we had to call this one to your attention.
Oh.
This is Domino the Dalmatian.
Where's
and
the
let me
fire
tell
truck?
you, we don't need 101 of these guys. We just need Domino.
What a
he
cute
is the
dog.
cutest little guy. He, I don't really see a lot of Dalmatians around in Seattle, so we got really excited when his owner wrote in and was interested in being our spotlight.
how cute
he
that dog
loves
is.
treats. He hates the rain.
And
Which
he's
is,
in the rain.
is going to be a problem, probably in Seattle. He also hates rolling suitcases. He's 5 months old and just could not
Look at
get
him.
cuter. I'm
Agile.
wondering how big he's going to get, though. you know?
yeah.
Look at little Domino.
All right, I see all those spots on him. What about a Rubik's Cube? What's going on with the Rubik's Cube? There's a new development here.
This is a really, really, really cool thing that's happening. So down in Vancouver, Washington,
Mm-hmm.
2 kids, Carson and Sasha, decided that, they love the Rubik's Cube so much. They're in high school. They can solve it anywhere from 10
Yeah.
to 13 seconds. And they were wondering, what happened? What about people who are visually impaired? It's unfair that they can't
Yeah.
play with a Rubik's Cube as well and try and solve it. So they came up with this design. This is a Rubik's Cube for the visually impaired because they wanted everyone, their fellow classmates, people in the visually impaired school that they live and work around, they wanted them to be able to play this game and solve this puzzle that
That's
they
really
love
cool.
so much too. So good on them. Just another story of, just kids changing the world, man.
like it.
I love it.
All right, so since we're talking about the Rubik's Cube, I got a quiz on the Rubik's Cube for you, and I got it right here. Are you ready?
Wait, what?
The world record for the fastest solution to,
Yeah.
to finishing up a Rubik's Cube. What is it?
6 seconds.
4.59 seconds. How about
my
one-handed? A
gosh.
Rubik's Cube one-handed. What's the record? One-handed, seconds-wise.
7 seconds.
10.21 seconds. Blindfolded. Blindfolded.
This is real? There are real.
Yes, I looked it up before it came out.
Blindfolded, 12 seconds.
No, 21.
Wait, I have a question. With the blindfolded one, are they doing it with the visually impaired
I think someone's
one?
going, hey, you got all the green. You got all the yellow.
No.
I think so. I think that's how they did it.
We got to do more research into that. There's no way.
All right, the last one, take your boots off. Feet. What's the fastest someone's done it with their feet?
You're kidding.
No,
That's
no,
not
I got it
real.
right here.
I need to see video of that.
I did. I went on Google and I found it.
Well, if it's on Google, it's got to be real. It's a minute and a half.
25.14 seconds with your feet. Wow.
Those are, wow. Talent,
That's
man.
quick, yeah.
Talent. Wow.
All right, what else you got going on? Anything fun?
Other than the biggest weekend possible with Comic-Con, Oscars, cute dogs, the dog show's next weekend.
That'll be good.
It's going to be fantastic.
All right, thank you so much, Britt.
Thanks, Guard.
All right, doing a great job with the website, Seattle Refined. We'll be right back right after this. All right, we are just about finished with this episode of Seattle Refined. As we end the show, here are some of our favorite photos and moments of the week. Have a great Friday and a weekend, everybody.